Perfect, thank you. Guys, lovely evening. Really enjoying this tonight. And especially, I got to say, Rona's story. I heard it on Tuesday, just as good, better today. So lovely, lovely. Um, I, I write stories about a little town in Newfoundland called Raisin Arm. And I've written one Christmas story, so I'll share that one with you. Now, here we go. The cod fishery hadn't gone so well, and the berries not plentiful in fall. So when Christmas came to Raisin Arm, well, not much spirit now at all. And Nan Keynes was known down Raisin Arm for the treats she always baked. But when the holidays came to her house, it was almost more than she could take. Now her cookies loved by everyone, her pies were stuff of legends, and her Christmas cake, well, the best in Newfoundland, and that was never questioned. When she started in the baking, the whole community'd be buzzing, and her house would smell like Christmas when she opened up the oven. But, well, Nan was getting on in years, and it was tough to make it all from scratch. So instead of baking cakes for days, well, she planned now one big batch. She called Rosalie out in Kelligrews. Her daughter'd get the stuff and send it out on Saturday on the Raisin Arm taxi bus. But now to make this one batch monstrous cake, well, she'd need some awful pan. So she called up Preston down the arm. She knew he'd lend a hand. He brought up his 20-foot aluminum boat, put it in that old woodshed in Nan's, took out the seats, and oh, Nan was pleased. She said, a lovely punch-shaped pan. So Nan lined it with buttered paper, put in candied fruit and more, spices, molasses, and oh, yes, some rum, mixed it all with a scullin' Sure, there was batter to the gunnels, enough to feed a town. And I say, if it was on a scale, it'd dress 500 pound. But see, Nan didn't have a giant oven, which is what this job required. So she just shut the door on that old wood shed, and then she set the shed on fire. Well, the Raisin Arm Volunteer Fire Brigade, they were quickly on the scene. But when they saw what Nan was up to, well, they did not intervene. They set up chairs. They boiled the kettle as a light snow began to fall. And Cease, the fire marshal, said, boys, this is the best Christmas fire of all. And then Harry played his accordion. He always plays so well. And he always plays on the way to fires because, well, the fire truck got no bell. But then the neighbors started dropping by. The whole community came round, shook hands and wished each other well as that shed burned to the ground. Some brought purity syrup and others red rose tea. And now there's lots of Christmas spirit around that fire by the sea. They all sang carols as Harry played. Youngsters danced in woolen sweaters. And then shared around that warm fruit cake, boys, you couldn't get much better. Yes, Raisin Arm down in Bonavista Bay had its Christmas spirits lifted higher by a giant boat-shaped rum fruit cake and a woman starting fires. Happy Christmas, everyone.